Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to the tennis world with the tennis expert. I am your tennis expert. World Tour Finals final preview time now, guys. You ready for it? Um, Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Don't forget all of that. So let me just go through what happened in the semi-finals for you. Um, well, I said it would be close between Sinner and Medvedev. Very close for two sets. I think it was like 6-1 in the third set to Yannick Sinner. He just played this good level. Like I said, was good enough to beat Djokovic in a very close match. Medvedev, I don't believe, is as good as Djokovic right now on these courts. So the same sort of thing, but a bit better because Medvedev is not as good as Djokovic. Do you get what I'm trying to say, guys? So, like I'm saying, same sort of thing about Djokovic, but with Djokovic, he's only just getting over the line in a tiebreaker to decide the match. This time it's again a deciding set, but it's 6-1, and I believe that differential is because Medvedev does the same sort of thing as Djokovic, but not as good. So that's why he's beating both of them, but beating them in a tight one of 7-6 tiebreak against Djokovic, but beating them still pretty tight a last set, but not as tight, 6-1 in the deciding set. Because Medvedev's doing the same thing, but not quite as good. So therefore he's able to win in it close last set, but not as close as Djokovic. So he wins by a bit more of an easier margin because Sinner's doing the same things, and Medvedev is doing the same thing as Djokovic, but not quite as good, which means Sinner still wins, but wins a bit more easier than the Djokovic win. The other one, Alcaraz, Djokovic semi-final. Well, I don't know. Like sometimes Alcaraz plays the game like Nadal or Djokovic, where he's good in long rallies, but has a bit more power in the long rallies than Nadal and Djokovic. So can actually, in these long rallies, match them, but just have a bit more power on his shot to be controlling the rallies. You get it? But then other times he just goes for the line, hit and miss. When you're going for the line and hitting it that hard, there's not much control on the ball because it's going with so much power, which gives it less control, and it's got to hit the line directly. And if it's just missing by a few inches, then it's out. So what that causes is a lot of good shots hitting the line, but a lot of shots missing the line. And since he won Wimbledon, he's went back to what he was doing last year and before the first half of this year by going for the line and hit and miss with winners and errors. But because Djokovic is able to keep the error, he's able to match him in the long rallies, the defense, and all of these things. But he's keeping down the errors and willing to build a point a lot more than Alcaraz, whereas Alcaraz is going for the lines to shorten points. So that means Alcaraz is getting a lot more errors than Djokovic. There's still points of brilliance for both, but Djokovic has the brilliance without the errors. Alcaraz has the brilliance with the errors because Djokovic is more patient to build a point. Like I said at Wimbledon, Alcaraz was able to be patient like Djokovic to build a point, but do it with a bit more power and control a bit more rallies. But now Djokovic is the one with the patience to sort of move him around, control the point, and then win the point with patience. Whereas Alcaraz is going for the line and getting far too many errors. And when they're close on the winners, or not that different, but Alcaraz is hitting a lot more errors at critical times, that cost him the match today. Because other than that, Djokovic is doing most of the things he's doing, but he's hitting more errors and at critical times, and that just cost him the match. So now let's get into the preview of the World Tour Finals final preview, right? So first of all, what I want to say, guys, is like Sinner just beat him by a few points, right? And one thing you got to say now, our Djokovic just needs to be a few points better to win this final. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Just a few points better. Now, when you look at the whole thing, Djokovic is going to be like, firstly, he might have felt before the last time they met, like, I've never lost to Sinner, so I'll never lose. But now he's like, this guy beat me. So firstly, he's going to be like, I'm going to have to take this like a Djokovic Nadal, Djokovic Alcaraz. I'm going to have to bring my A game. I know there's a very real chance I'll lose. So I'm going to throw anything, everything at him. Not like, I don't know if he'll ever get me. I can relax a bit. Like, this guy is one of the best in the world. He's beaten me. He's beat Medvedev. And if I don't get my 10 out of 10, I won't win. So number one, if Djokovic brings that, and number two, like the bad feeling of the loss and the feeling of revenge, and I really want to get you this time. And then also every time someone beats Djokovic, he usually comes back the next match much better. So when you add all that, that he'll be much better, and then from Sinner's side, he'll have the pressure. Like, I won last time, can I do it again? If you win now, it's kind of expected. But if you lose, like it's like, why couldn't you do it again? You get what I'm trying to say? So he's under the pressure to do it again, which is probably likely meaning he can't quite. It's not the nothing to lose thing. It's like, I've done it once, I'm expected to do it. That creates pressure. So he probably won't play as well. And because Djokovic is taking it much more serious and going to be much better and out for revenge, you see Djokovic better than last time, Sinner not as good, and Djokovic only lost in a tiebreaker anyway, so only needs to be a few points better. And I believe that Sinner's going to go down a bit because he has the pressure to do it again and expectation, whereas Djokovic is like taking this very seriously. Like, you got me last time, you're not getting me this time, I'm much better. So Djokovic is better, Sinner's worse, and Djokovic only lost in the tiebreaker, so he just needs to improve in a few points, and I believe he does that today. But because Sinner's playing well, I think it's going to be a third set. And like, Sinner's playing great, it's a fast court. He has a chance to overpower Djokovic, and he can get it past Djokovic's defense with the fast court. His better serve is going to really help a lot. But then at the end of the day, Djokovic is going to be like, you got me last time. It's not like I'm thinking maybe I'll never lose. I can relax. You've beaten me, and I'm bringing everything I have. And then Sinner, the pressure, can I do it again? And then the other part about this, Sinner to do it in a final of the fifth most important tournament we have, being Djokovic in that big match, I think is going to be a lot of nerves and a lot of pressure for him to do that. Doing it like as an underdog in a round robin where you got nothing to lose, and both guys are probably first and second in the group, and you can just play without pressure. But now, after doing it, the pressure to do it again is one thing. But then now, forgetting about whether you did it or not, the pressure of beating Djokovic in a final of one of the top five tournaments of the year against the best player of all time statistically, but in one of the biggest tournaments, beating Djokovic in a final, not just a normal match. That is going to create so much pressure to win a big, huge final against Djokovic after all is done. Not just Djokovic in a round robin, like I've never done it, maybe I'll do it. No, it's the pressure of beating Djokovic in the final. That's going to be huge. That's going to be put a lot of pressure to break through, win your first really huge tournament in a final against a player like Djokovic. There's going to be a lot of pressure for Sinner. I think it's going to stop him from playing his best. And then the pressure of you've done it, you know you need to do it again, more pressure. Whereas Djokovic, like, like, I'm not going into it like last time. Like, I don't know if he'll ever beat me. No, I'm like, you have beat me. Now I'm the one that's got to turn the table, and I'm pumped up. I want revenge. Djokovic gets worse. Sinner gets drops off, but Sinner's still good enough to get a set because of how well he's playing. But Djokovic is going to get this in three. Probably the keys to the match is Djokovic's good return of serve, getting it deep, forcing Sinner to have to win a lot of long rallies just to hold serve, and eventually Djokovic has enough games where he gets into long rallies and wins enough of the long rallies and gets some service breaks on Djokovic's serve, uses the serve, start the point ahead, moves Sinner around, expose the lack of movement, and holds pretty easily, but his return of serve deep forces Sinner in the rallies, and he moves Sinner around and out rallies him and gets enough rallies on Sinner's serve where he's going to be the better rallier and he's going to win enough rallies to break serve, and he's going to get in enough of those rallies to his return, and then when he does, he's going to win a good percentage, and that'll translate into breaks, and then Djokovic, like I said, 3 points, starting the rally ahead, and then out rallying him on his serve. Not really a threat on Djokovic's serve, but on Sinner's serve, he's going to face too many long rallies. It's going to be too much pressure to win all those rallies to hold serve, and Djokovic gets enough breaks. What 3 sets. So Novak Djokovic is your 2023 World Tour Finals champion. That's my video for today. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, and thanks for watching. And subscribe, and please be back for my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. See you guys soon, and thanks for watching.